You're listening to Rocket Night.
Are you ready? Tonight I'm gonna take you on a little trip. We're going down south by the mighty Mississippi. I'm gonna take you to a place where lights never dim. Bring your mother, your brother, and your best friend. I'm gonna show you where they dance out in the street. They'll tell you all about your body heat. Not gonna talk about it, just gonna do it. Get on down, if you feel up good. Get on down.
All right, Rocket Night has photographed and reviewed shows in Perth, Australia, and interviewed Justin Case in Tampa, Florida.
Justin Sane.
Oh, Sane. All right. A lot has happened since then. You came out with a new album, American Spring, and we had a very contentious election in 2016.
Yeah, that is all correct. I agree with all of that. Now we have a shitty president.
Okay, is there a new album on the horizon?
Yeah, we have a new record coming out in the fall of this year. We already have recorded it. We're just doing mixes and mastering now.
Okay, you played at the Trump inauguration protest. It seems people, particularly women, were rallying against Trump at that time. Since then, there hasn't really been any real movement like Occupy. What will it take for America to finally rally? Any thoughts on the current situation?
I think that the public rallies when it feels like the media and other groups are not reporting things and not being active enough. And the interesting thing about where we are in June or July of 2017 is that everybody in the media, except Fox News, everybody in the country realizes that Donald Trump is a douche, and we're all just waiting for the process to go through to hopefully get him out of office. I think that if that does not happen in the next 6 to 8 months, I think that there will be more rallies. But I think at this point, the American people are sort of sitting back and saying, well, let's see if the process actually works. With the special counsel and things like that. And then if it doesn't work, then I'm sure there'll be people in the streets.
How do you feel punk music has kind of like grown since you guys have been since like the late 80s, right?
Correct. We've been playing, we're at 25 years as a band at this point, and we'd been in other bands before that. So yeah, punk music has, I don't believe in growth. I believe in change, and it has changed significantly over that period of time. It wasn't better then or worse now, but it is definitely different than it was then.
The Warped Tour helps a lot of nonprofits. Is there one that's particularly dear to your heart?
Well, we're big supporters of Amnesty International because not only are they an organization that is available to a lot of people, but they're also an organization that actually saves people's lives. In the U.S. and in places all over the world, if you are put in prison because of your beliefs and nobody knows where you are and everybody forgets about you, the powerful can do whatever they want to you. When organizations like Amnesty International shine a spotlight on you and let the powerful know that you are being watched and that they know where you are and they're keeping an eye on you, that makes the powerful have to treat you differently. And just that simple thing is amazing for the people who are being held in prison because of their political or social beliefs. So organizations like Amnesty International keep an eye on these people who are in prison, which is awesome because it keeps them from being tortured. And then it also, in the best situations, it gets these people out of prison, and that's pretty awesome. So we've always been supporters of the Amnesty International, but they do amazing work, and we support them wherever we can.
All right, that's awesome. What sort of advice do you have for bands starting out?
If you can think of anything else you would rather do other than being in a band, you should do that. But if you only believe if being in a band is the thing that makes you feel like a human being and keeps you functioning, then you should do everything in your power to do that. And if that's the case, you should play shows wherever you can. And one of the things that we did as a band is there was no infrastructure for us coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There were no record labels. There were no shows, venues. So we created our own record labels, and we created our own show spaces, and we created our own rock and roll environments. So if that worked for us, and if you believe in it, don't wait for somebody else to tell you that you're a good enough band to put out a record. Put out your own record. Don't wait for somebody to say you're a good enough band to give a show to. Create your own show.
All right. Is there anything else you would like the fans to know?
No. We have a new record coming in the fall. It's going to be fucking awesome. And if you are interested in activism or politics, go to afrecords.com or antiflag.com, and you'll find ways of getting involved. Because change does not come from the top down. Change comes from the bottom up. And one person can make that happen. As we saw in Egypt, one person saying, hey, things can be different than the way they are today. Come to Tahrir Square, and if you believe in that, and there were thousands of people there. So if you believe that things can be different than they are right now, put it out there, and people will support and come around and rally around that issue.
All right. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
All right. This is Aaron Bellamy from Rock at Night with
Pat Thetic from Anti-Flag.
Thank you, and signing off.
You're listening to Rock at Night.